But the Rohingya are afraid of going back. To create his confidence on these Rohingya people, I think all the international agencies, including the leaders of the world, those who are doing good business in Myanmar, China, Russia, Japan, South Korea, they all should come forward. India, they should come forward and create a conducive environment in Myanmar. It is also their responsibility. I'm happy that Indian Foreign Secretary was here along with the President and assured me next week he would be visiting, very soon he would be visiting Myanmar. And he will discuss about this issue, about this Rohingya. This is good news. Anyway, we want a peaceful solution of this issue. Unfortunately, many of the development partners of late have been providing a lot of weapons to Myanmar. And that's very sad. There are countries who are providing. Myanmar recently has purchased a lot of weapons. There's 2.4 billion worth of weapons. And who are the countries supplying? Besides China and Russia, there is India, South Korea. You see this, of course, North Korea, Israel, Ukraine, Philippines, everybody is supplying weapons. I think those should be stopped. There should be economic center, so that at least no one can sell any more weapons to Myanmar. This is one. And other, unless Myanmar is being under pressure, they're not going to do anything. They took back their people in 78, took back their people in 1992, when Myanmar government was under pressure. That pressure is missing. And I shall hope, this time I must say we are a little better. It's because in the UN General Assembly, in the UN Third Committee, all countries, including China and Russia, those who are always supporting Myanmar, they also abstain. And we got a resolution, consensus resolution. 107 countries, sponsored the resolution. And countries who normally support Myanmar, they abstain. So this is the good news, that now the global leadership, the global community had get together. And this time another important issue. Of late, people have been talking more about restoration of democracy. But in the last resolution, they speak more about, the resolution was more about repatriation of the displaced people of Myanmar. The focus was on repatriation. So this is a good news. It created good avenues for us, and naturally we would expect all countries come forward and try to put pressure on Myanmar. And all the UN agencies and others, they should put more efforts to create conducive environment in the Rakhine State. By the way, for the last 4 years, since 2017, there has not been any violence in the Rakhine State. So there is no reason why the Rohingya should not go back. Only reason they are not going back because they're afraid of the military government. We made some suggestions to Myanmar government before the current one, the last one, Aung San Suu Kyi's government. One is that there is a trust deficiency. So therefore they should send some of their Myanmar officials to talk to them, talk to the Rohingya. They did send. They only sent one time. And when their officials came to Bangladesh and talked to the Rohingya in the camps, they are bombarded with questions. The question, relevant question, the Kofi Annan put, the relevant question that when they go, will they be given their citizenship right? Or will there be a process of acquiring their citizenship? The Myanmar officials who came They could not answer, so they went back. Since then, Myanmar did not send any other delegation. Afterwards, we make a proposal. We said, how about Myanmar engages non-military civilian observers in the Rakhine state from their own friendly country. It is their choice. They can bring some observers from China, from Russia, from ASEAN, this India. And if there is some observer, non-military civilian observers, then at least we can tell these Rohingya Idi camps that besides the military, the Myanmar military, there is some non-military observers there. And they will look after your interest. You will not be persecuted again. Myanmar don't reply. So we are in a bad shape. But I am always an optimist. I am optimist because history tells me that there has been exodus of Rohingya from Myanmar, but under pressure, Myanmar took them back. And now also, if they are under pressure, they will take them back. And the global leaders should create that pressure. It's sanction of 1 and 2 generals not to visit their country is not enough. It is not enough. There must be effective pressure on Myanmar so that they take back their people. There must be effective pressure. And they know what are the effective pressures. There could be coalition of friends, coalition of the willing. And in that case, things may move faster. Bangladesh has been, it is costing us a lot. Initially when these Rohingya people, the wretched people came, it is the local community that helped them. Before international community or UN agencies came forward to help them out, it is the local Bangladeshi community who provided them support, food, shelter. But now, the Rohingya number is more than double of the local community. And the local community has been deprived of many of the, job and others, and naturally, there is some problem. They don't like them anymore. We are afraid there could be some, what should I say, violence. We are afraid already, because this is a large number of Rohingya. They're staying in Bangladesh. Actually, they have nothing to do, and many of them got involved in drug trafficking, in criminal activities. Recently, some of them were killed because of, we were told, because of sharing of, the drug money. Of course, there are those who want to go back. Some of them were killed in the camp, inside the camp. In order to protect the Rohingya, we started developing fencing. But many of our friends oppose us it. They don't like fencing. We provide security till in the afternoon, till around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and then it is free for the Rohingyas. They move around. To control them, we are trying to put some fencing. Unfortunately, some of our friendly countries oppose it. We tried to, there has been many of the Rohingya are involved in human trafficking, sale of girls over the internet. So we stopped 4G, and some of our friends got very upset. We did not stop 4G in Cox's Bazar, where most of the international agencies located their offices. We only stopped within the campus, the 32 camps. Some of our friends got very upset. We stopped it because they take the picture, they sell them over the internet, they give them marriage, fake marriage to some people in other countries, and then they try to take them to the boat. And when they try to take them by the boat, when they are stranded on the boat, then they ask us to give shelter to those boat people. although they are not our nationals, although they were not in our boats. Recent one, there are around 70 Rohingya, mostly female. They were all sold as for wedding through internet. They are in a Thai boat. They are nationals. They are close to Andaman, island, far away, 1700 kilometers away from Bangladesh maritime boundary. But we are requested to take them back. As per the in-laws law, these neighboring countries, there are 8 of them. They should give shelter anybody is in the ocean, in the ocean, in the maritime beyond our boundary. No one asked those countries to take them back. They put pressure on us to take them back. That's not our responsibility. The global leaders should come forward to take them and help them. You see, this is so sad. Whenever anything happens, looks like Bangladesh is the land for the Rohingya. Is it the fault that we have given them a shelter to keep them away from persecution? Is it not the responsibility of the global leaders to give them shelter or keep them away from persecution? Rohingya, once they go back, only then they will have a better future. We have been told that why you are moving them to Basanchor? Because we get a lot of rain and monsoon. During monsoon time, there are landslides. And since few people were killed, so we decided to decongest and also to reduce the risk of their death due to landslide. We decided to take 100,000 of them to one of the largest stable islands, known as Basanchor. We spent around 350 million from our own pocket, built beautiful, the housing up there. I will invite all of you to visit those. These are beautiful, shelters. And then we are being criticized. Why are we taking them to Basanchor? And now they're asking that, you should make better communication network in Basanchor. Recently, we asked, the government asked to close down all the private maktabs and so-called schools. Under UNICEF, we are running 3,000 schools in the camps, 3,000 schools for the Rohingya children. But there is mushroom growth of many home-based, private, mostly religious, the tools, and we call it maktab. And there, what they teach, because in the school, 3,000 schools that we have, we are imparting teaching under the Myanmar curricula and in their own language, so that once they go back, they can reintegrate with their society. But in the maktabs, they are being given ideas about radicalism. They are creating a mindset of venom of hatred. And we don't like it, because it will create more insecurity. And therefore, we have to close down those unauthorized, private, these maktabs, and they call schools. But we are being criticized. We are doing in order to a safer place, because there have been some difficulties up there, as you know. So anyway, the issue is the Rohingya must go back, and sooner they go back, it is really good for everybody. If they stay there here for longer period, we are afraid there could be pockets of radicalism, and terrorists have no boundary. They have no faith. Once they are a terrorist, they may create insecurity in the whole region. And it will affect the investment of China, it will affect the investment of Japan, it will affect the investment of South Korea and other countries who are currently investing in Myanmar. Many of development partners are also investing in Myanmar. maybe it is time for them to wake up and stop investing in Myanmar. I would appeal to development partners. They should not go along with business as usual. They should, real economic sanction on the military government of Myanmar so that they can return there. I'm thankful to Germany because at least they are not investing anymore. They are still doing trading, but not investing anymore in Myanmar. This is a good sign. And they said that until the Rohingyas are returned, then they would put a moratorium on it. This is the good news, but others should follow them. And we hope that, other countries will come forward to resolve this issue. We know the basic problem of Rohingya, why they don't like to go back. Others should come forward and try to, see that those issues are being resolved. But our priority is repatriation of Rohingya as fast as possible. This is our priority. And because we have seen even our democratic, framework, things didn't work out. So they must go back, and we urge all the development partners and the global leadership to come forward and help us with a sincere one. If they come forward, and also ASEAN members. The good news is this time, after the resolution in the UN, the ASEAN did not allow Myanmar, because ASEAN always comes up one cover. They said, we don't interfere in the internal issues of a member country. But this time, they denied, the membership. I mean, they didn't invite the military leader to the ASEAN summit. This is a good sign. Hopefully there will be more, they will come forward with more sincerity and effectiveness. And if all come forward with more sincerity and effectiveness, I have a hope this problem will resolve. I'm not here to, I thought I was learn from them, or is there any other way out? But our position, Myanmar is not an enemy, and we have to resolve it through dialogue and discussion. That's the position we have. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for your insightful words and for showing us the real scenario and update of the crisis. Of course, we all want a safe return of these Rohingya people, displaced people from Myanmar.